bigger stores like, you know, CD Plus closed a bunch, and HMV is basically not really carrying much music anymore besides top 40. They're getting more DVDs and games now, so the independents are the ones that can last if they know their market, if they have, you know their clientele, know what's going on. Like Taz Records has been forever. They have a specific market, and I'm going to have the same. So, like labels, with the major labels kind of failing, the independent labels are doing way better.
Can we pretend I already played?
Yeah,
Encore! Yes!
What are your thoughts on the store opening?
I like it. It's really nice. I'm from Toronto. It reminds me a lot of record shops in Toronto. Halifax is known for its huge music scene and doesn't really have a big record shop, or maybe it's an indie record shop, and I think it's very suitable.
Start a Christian band, live on royalties, play in oil sand. Looks like everything you ever heard was wrong.
we just have such a great music scene here, but I mean everything's like Music World or CD Plus is all closed down. We needed something original, something awesome.
I've worked at CD Plus for the last 10 years, and I think that we served a specific niche market in Halifax that kind of dried up as soon as we closed, and so there's a lot of stuff that I'm carrying here that you can't find anywhere else in town.
I wanted to see the Julie Duran show, so I went home to get my friends and then only heard the last 2 notes of her show. That's okay, that's enough for me.
And people remember we all have feelings and we are all alive. And sometimes it's up and sometimes it's down, but we all have to try. But sometimes you don't want to. But we all have to try. But sometimes I just don't feel like it. But we all have to try.
And of course I wanted to support a new independent record store here, so I ended up spending lots of money on 3 records, but I'm happy with my purchases.
Could you tell me how you got the name for Obsolete Records, where it came from?
The name, pretty much just because of everybody that downloads now is basically saying CDs and records are, you know, going the way of 8-tracks and tapes, but it's kind of just like a tongue-in-cheek kind of making fun of the whole records are dead and CDs are dead, but you know, I still think people want to buy them.
Well, most of the music I buy is on records, since I find that since they're more expensive and a little more cumbersome, I would buy them less often than CDs so that I can conserve my monetary funds a little bit, and then to support independent music in an independent store is just the perfect combination.
This community, everybody that's been coming in for the last couple of days is just so enthusiastic that there's a record store in their neighborhood, and I can't remember ever going to a record store in the North End, so this is pretty exciting. I mean, I've worked record stores at CD Plus 10 years, and I worked in another record store before that for about 3 or 4 years. It was always the dream, but I also didn't want to be the guy that everybody blamed if things went wrong. I liked being faceless in those companies where, you know, it was out of my control. So assuming the managerial / owner role has been, I was ill prepared, but it's just having it open now makes it all worthwhile.
And how do you feel about having that role now?
So far so good, but it's only 2 days old, so we'll see how I feel in a couple of months, but it's been good so far.